it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today I have a little sneak peek of the new Day Designer Academic Year Planners. This whole collection will be launching on March 12th at 11 a.m. Central Time. So if you are a Day Designer fan, definitely mark your calendars. And thank you so much to Day Designer for sending me this planner and also some of the new accessories to take a look at and to share with you all. As always, the Day Designer cover game is just absolutely stunning. So gorgeous. Wait till you see all of the beautiful florals that they have. You can already see some of the accessories that I have here. I love the accessories from the launch this year. There's just like a lot of really great matching things that you can have with your planner. I do have a discount code for Day Designer as well. If you are shopping the launch, it is MyCraftyPlans10, and I will put that across the screen, and that will save you 10%, and it is an affiliate code. So if you use my code, you'll save 10%, and I do receive a small commission. As always, if you are shopping with any of my links and codes, just thank you so much. Doing that really helps support my channel and also enables me to get a sneak peek at some of these new products that are coming, which is absolutely my favorite part of this, that I get to share this with you. Check out Day Designer's Instagram and their website for even more if you want to see more of the gorgeous cover designs. So we'll take a look at the accessories in just a minute, but first let's take a look at that new planner. So this is going to be a July start planner, so plenty of time to shop if you are looking for a new daily planner. They also have some weekly planners as well. This remains, in my opinion, like probably the most luxurious unboxing experience. It's just like always just top notch with the packaging. So mine came in a fairly big cardboard box since I had the accessories as well. If you do just get a planner, I do think it will just ship right in this box, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Anyway, once you open up this gorgeous box, which has like the gold stripes on the inside and the foiling and the little Day Designer logo here, you have another box. So this is your planner box. I usually don't save this teal box, but I do always save this white box here. It's just like a really nice one, and it's got like the little pull-out drawer. I absolutely love that. I've already opened this. It does come wrapped in like bubble wrap and like plastic seal to keep your planner nice and safe and secure while it's shipping. But there is the gorgeous cover design that I chose. This one is called the Ula Bloom. As I said, they have a lot of really spectacular florals, and they did let me pick what cover I wanted. This was the one that I picked. It just, yeah, if you are a fan of, they have other covers besides florals as well, but if you are a fan of floral covers, definitely check it out. If you are unfamiliar with the Day Designer planner, this is a daily planner. They do make a weekly one as well, but the daily agenda is kind of like their classic. It does come in two sizes. This is the classic. They've also got a mini. I don't have a price list for these new items launching, but the Day Designer planner, the last year one was $68, and I think this one will be around the same price. However, unlike most daily planners where you have to buy 2 or more books for the year, this is actually a full year planner in one book. It's one of my favorite things about this planner. So this has from July of 2025 through June of 2026. So a full year in one planner. It's a really nice layout if you are a daily planner person. And like I said, the cover designs are always absolutely gorgeous. The only thing that I really don't love about this planner is I'm not a huge fan of wire O binding. I just find I am always like struggling to get to the page I want and all of that. But of the wire O's, this is like a really nice one, and it is just like this gorgeous, gorgeous gold. And I love the way like that the corners on the planner match with the gold and the foiling on the tabs. So it is a very luxurious planner brand feel. On the inside of the planner here is this pocket, and you do get 2 sheets of stickers there. Well, it's the same sheet of stickers, but you get it twice tucked into the pocket. The planner does come with a ruler as well. If you are familiar with the Day Designer planner, this is overall very similar to last year. I don't think I really spotted any differences, but I do have my one from last year that was in this gorgeous floral design. Like I said, always the gorgeous florals, but I will keep that open in the back there so that I can take a look at that. And your interior cover color does also match with whatever cover design you pick. So you do get a ruler. I really like their ruler. It's like very flexible, and it's also completely clear. So it's a nice ruler, and it just has the ruler things on the side. It's also a really, really good one. If you've ever seen my ruler trick where you can use like the holes on the side to make a to-do list, this one is like pretty much a perfect closed circle. So really good to use as a little bit of a stencil. Again, July July to June, so plenty of time to move into this. Everything on the front page here looks the same as last year, and you do also have space for a word of the year in the box there. And then you get a bunch of pages at the beginning to kind of explain to you how to use your planner. And then one of the things that I actually really love about the Day Designer Planner is their like pre-work pages. You get a good chunk of pre-work pages in here, considering this isn't really like a goals planner. You don't have any goals pages kind of throughout the planner like the way you do in a Moxie Life planner, but you get like way more pre-work in this planner than you do in some other planners that aren't like also goal setting systems, if that makes sense. So it's really fun to go through some of these. I have a couple in here that are like particularly favorites of mine, which I will flag, but you have space here for a self-assessment, and it's kind of got like all kinds of things where you can say how important they are to hear. And I love this. There's space to add your own, but like some of the things on the list, I just think that this is like really, really inclusive. Like it's even got like TV and distractions. Like how important is that to you? I think that's kind of cool, you know? No judgment there on whether it's something you super care about or not, but like, you know what? You can say like reading is super important to me and there's nothing wrong with that. Or my hobbies are super important to me. Vacations are super important to me. Career is, it doesn't really matter. Like, you know, I can say that something is not important or it is. So just kind of knowing where you're at. So I think that's really useful. You also have space here for your values, strengths, and passions. Was reading and pointing in the wrong spot there. And then, yeah, you can kind of see how that overlaps, I guess, because you have this kind of like Venn diagram, although it doesn't actually say. So here it says, the intersection of these three elements is your core, a snapshot of you. Your values motivate you to prioritize based on what's most important to you. Your passions inspire you. So yeah, and your strengths empower you. So kind of like a way to connect those three things together. Like I said, I do really like their pre-work pages. You do have space here to do some goal setting. So there is space for that here. It's not a ton of space, but there is space in like a basic framework. I wouldn't say it's as in-depth as like a Cultivate What Matters or a Moxie Life in terms of a goal setting system. But yeah, you have like 12 months, 9 months, 6 months, 3 months, a couple of different categories, and then a place to actually break them down as well over here. Again, not like tons of space, but like lots of little boxes. And then you have this I really, really like. So you have not only an ideal week, which if you've seen like, my planning stuff, I went all out with my ideal week mapping this year, and I'm gonna do another one for Q2 as well. I love an ideal week spread. I think it's really, really awesome. It's just one of my favorite pre-work spreads to do. I also find that it really helps me set up like my planner each week when I set that up, because the first thing that I do when I map out an ideal week is I put in the things that are the things that I have to do. Like, yeah, I could say my ideal work is like that I don't have to do anything all week. I don't have to work or care for my kids or do anything, you know, I'm on vacation. But that's not really what you're supposed to do on an ideal week. What I like to do on an ideal week is I put all of the things that are like firm in the schedule in first, like the things that always have to happen at the same times a week or the same times a day. Like I always wake up at this time. I have to take my kids to school and pick them up at this time. They always have these activities on these days, you know, and work deliverables that I always have at a specific day or time. And then I can use that to see where there are gaps in my schedule and really think about how I want to be spending my time as I have that time in my schedule, if that makes sense. And then here we also have that on a monthly basis. So I could create a ideal month. Like, what do I want my whole month to look like? I actually think that that's really cool. I've never done an ideal monthly calendar before, but I think I might have to use that page and kind of map things out. Then after that, you also have, I think, what is possibly my favorite monthly overview of any planner. So instead of having just like the plain little calendars here, you get these teeny tiny boxes. It's just like a little extra space if you want to do like that thing where you color code or add like little color coded dots. This will work really well with a dot calendar. So you could like mark your days off from work, mark holidays, different events, things like that, and use just kind of like a basic color coding system on that with the dot markers, and you have a little bit of extra space to do that. Also, if you have really teeny tiny handwriting, which I do not, you could also write in these. So I just really like it. It's a full 12 months for the planner. So July 2025 to June 2026. Then after that, you do have a whole list of holidays here. and also a space to do your own list of extra days here. So it says birthdays and other important events, so you can kind of create your own year at a glance overview there on this double checklist. Then you go right into the months. So I love the gold tabs in here as well. Again, we're starting with July, and here is what the monthly calendar looks like. This is a very neutral planner. There's no color on any of the inside pages, despite those gorgeous, gorgeous, colorful covers. You do get like kind of this thick gray bar at the top, but everything is within the page. You can definitely sticker and washi in here. It is a Monday start monthly calendar, which you also know is just, that's one of my favorite things. I love it when a calendar is Monday start. I have been redating all of my monthly calendars so far this year in my Moxie life, but yeah, I'm such a Monday start person, so I always do a Monday start when it is an option. So you have your monthly sidebar runs on the left-hand side of the page, and then you have a flag on the days where there's a holiday. That is not my favorite thing, but it is just in a grayscale, so it's still gonna match with any color scheme. And then your weekends are shaded. It's a very, very light. You can definitely still write on top of it, but just something to note, weekends are treated differently in the daily pages and in the monthly pages in this planner. It's been that way for a while, so those are very, very lightly shaded. Okay, then we get right into the daily pages. It starts on the first of the month, regardless of what day of the week that is. So all of your monthly pages are in with the specific month. You do get a quote at the top, which is not my favorite thing, but it's not that dark and it's really easy to cover up if you are also not a quotes person. Some of them just look like they're little phrases and sayings, but a lot of them are like actually attributed to people. I will tell you from experience that a 10mm roll of washi fits within those lines just perfectly. I don't even bother whiting it out most of the time when I'm using a plan, when I've used this planner. I just run a piece of washi right across the top, give myself a little pop of color, and then move on with my day. Anyway, underneath that, you have this top section. I love this top section. So you've got space for top 3 priorities for the day, and then your little, what I call the little D section here. So you have do, dinner, dollars, and don't forget. You can also, all of the fonts in here are super, super small, so it's very easy to cover up anything that you don't want to use, but it's also just like a little prompt there to get you started. So if you're doing like kind of a low spend, you could put in what your budget is for the day, or if you have a bill due, you could put that in there. Use due, I usually use for something like work related, if I've got any deadlines or anything important, a little space for a reminder, and space to put your meal in for the day, for your dinner. Then you have on the left-hand side of the page your schedule. So it starts really early at 5 a.m. and runs all the way to 9 a.m. So it is a nice long schedule, but it is only hour lines, not half-hour lines, so just something to be aware of. And then running opposite of that, you do have a nice long checklist for daily to-dos. At the bottom, which I'm gonna have to move the other planner out of the way to get to. At the bottom there, you have a little notes section and then a little space for daily gratitude. And that is what your weekday looks like. The days run in order, obviously. It is a planner, so that was a Wednesday. So then we've got Thursday, Friday on this page. Friday here, July 4th, it is a holiday, obviously, but so you have the holiday flag right here, but it's not treated any different like on the actual page the way the weekends are. So here is a Saturday, Sunday spread, and this is what this looks like. So you do still have a quote up at the top, but then instead of being like your schedule and to-dos, it's Saturday and Sunday. So you have space for a top 3 priorities, so 3 to-dos there, and then you have the calendar schedule for the day. There is no space for to-dos. It's, in terms of weekend layouts, I simultaneously like love it but don't love it. I actually would find the to-do list a lot more helpful than the schedule. So I actually kind of wish that there was space for just like to-dos and then a mini schedule, to-dos and a mini schedule. For me, that would be ideal, but obviously everybody's gonna have different opinions on how they want their weekends split. Personally, I don't mind the weekends being treated to less space than the weekdays. That is very congruent with how I plan, but it's obviously not gonna work for everyone. My favorite thing about the weekend spread, and like one of my favorite things about the Day Designer Planner in general, general is that on the bottom of the weekly page, of the weekend pages, instead of having like the notes and gratitude, you have this week at a glance for the following week. At least like 80% of the time that I reach for a day designer planner to plan my week or my day, it's actually on the weekend, just because I want to jot down a few things that are going on for the day and I want that week at a glance. So I use the weekend pages in here like more than I use any other pages. The pre-work and the weekends for me, that's kind of where it's at. I sometimes do actually just end up like extending the to-dos myself if I want more to-dos on Sundays in particular. We do a lot of to-dos, or I'll just write them right in the calendar there. But yeah, the weekends are the pages in this planner that I've tended to use the most, and it's mostly because of that week at a glance, which I absolutely love. So anyway, that rolls right directly into the next day there, or the next week there, Monday, and then, you know, you kind of keep going all throughout the week and you get to the end of the month. This was a Thursday, July 31st, so it's ending on this left-hand side, and because of that, you get one extra notes page. If it runs all the way to the end, they just run it to the end, I believe, but we'll take a flip through. So that last notes page is actually printed on the tab papers, and the tabs are a little bit thicker than the regular paper. This is a thinner paper. It holds up to pens really reasonably well. It's not 120 GSM. I think it's 105. And, you know, I'm gonna definitely cut them some slack on that because there are so many pages in this planner. This is the only daily planner that I've seen where you get like the full year in one book of like the luxury planners and stuff. So I think that that's really nice. And so like that $68 that you're paying for this, it does get you a full year's planner. You don't need to, like with the Erin Condren Daily Duo, or I think the Moxie Life one now also is a 6-month planner. The old Moxie Life ones were 4 per year. So yeah, so you do get a lot of pages in here. Anyway, roll right into the month. There's no like cover page on the tab, and then you're right into August. And yeah, then it just kind of keeps going from there. It's a different quote every single day. And yeah, so this is August ends on a Saturday, Sunday, 30/31, and that is like the last one that's printed on the tab page, and then you go right into your September calendar. So again, you just move throughout the whole planner. There's no pages at the back or anything. You have to, if you're flipping large chunks of pages, just be careful with the coil. Using the planner like to move like a day or two at a time, I don't have any problems with the coil. It's just when you start to move like large chunks of pages around that I start to like kind of run into some issues with the coil. Anyway, on the back there, you have just like literally one blank sheet there to kind of protect at the end, and then you just have the back cover. The pocket is on the front cover, not the back cover, so we can kind of flip back. And that is the new Day Designer Academic Year Planner. Again, these are coming out March 12th, plenty of time before you start. So you can clip these on anywhere in the coil so that if you want it to be like a bookmark, you can do it there. But if you want to tuck it back in its box, which I do for now, since it's not going to start for a couple months, I can put the ruler like that. That way it fits nice and easy back inside the box. So let's take a look at these accessories. And again, I apologize that I don't have the price list. I'm going to email them and see if I can get it. And if I can, I'll pop the prices up on the screen, but if not, you will just have to check the website. So the first thing, they did send me this little page clip pen loop. So this just like clips on to any page, or I would say probably you should do like a group of pages, and then you can hang a pen off the side there. Let's grab a pen. Let's see, and then yeah. Actually, I think I might put that, yeah, there you go. Put the pen through the loop first. That is way easier. And then I've got like quite a chunk. It's almost like a money clip style one. So really, really pretty, like very elegant there. So that is the pen loop. Then we have some notebooks. First of all, we have like this larger coil bound notebook here. It says notes. The covers match. It also has the little corners on the cover. It is a smaller coil, obviously, and it just says 3-column lined notebook, and so you just have 3 boxes up at the side, and then it is actually, it's close enough together that you could just like write all the way across if you want, but there is just a teensy bit of separation. I'm honestly not even sure if you can see that on film because it is just a really nice light gray, so you could actually do this as 3 separate lists. Really, really nice little lined notebook there. just a bunch of pages and the matching cover if you want your stuff to match. Then this, which I am absolutely obsessed with. So we have this little weekly overview notepad. I love listing pads and like fancy notepads and stuff. And this one, again, matching with that gorgeous cover design, that floral, so pretty. Week of, and then you get a box for each of the weeks. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So full space for the weekend here. I think this would be like so good to fill out and stick on your fridge. We've been using a weekly planner for the kids' schedules on our fridge lately. I've been using a dry erase one, but this would also super work well. And then you've got a little bit of space for notes and like a top 3 priorities for the week. So just a really pretty listing pad. I'm definitely gonna have to do a little planner spread in there. And then these gorgeous little mini notebooks. I love these. How cute are they? So this one matches my planner cover. So this is called Ula Bloom. And then the other ones are called St. Bart's, Vintage Garden, and Alicia. So I think this is St. Bart's. I'm not 100% sure. I think this is Vintage Garden and this is Alicia, but I could be wrong. Nope, I'm correct. Sorry, I just pulled up my lookbook where I have all of the cover designs. So this also gives you a sneak peek in case my florals aren't your jam of some of the other cover options, because these are all cover options for the planner. So this is Alicia, this is Vintage Garden, this is St. Bart's, and then this is the one that I picked, the Ula Blooms. There's other designs as well. There are actually 10 different patterned cover designs and then 6 solid color ones. 4 of the solid color ones are actually like book cloth, so they're gonna have a different texture than like the shiny laminated. And then 2 of them are like a pebbled texture, so like a vegan leather type texture. So there's a ton of different cover options, and the 2 vegan leather ones are actually in like black and caramel brown. So if you are looking for a work planner, I think that this is a phenomenal work planner because it's like got a really long daily schedule. You have a lot of space for to-dos. The weekends are, again, abbreviated. So you could kind of, you know, if you're using this as like a very 9-to-5 job type planner, I think that this makes a really great option. And you can get a super professional looking cover if you don't want something so bold and bright. Although, you know me, I'm going with these bold and bright patterns. The patterns from Day Designer are just always so gorgeous. So that is all I have from Day Designer today. Again, thank you so much to the Day Designer team for letting me see this. I actually have a flagship Day Designer planner to give away to one of you. That's gonna be running over on my Instagram page, so definitely check that out if you're interested in winning one of those. Thanks so much for watching. If you're shopping the new Day Designer launch or if you're checking out the new covers, let me know in the comments what your favorite design is. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And again, check me out on Instagram and TikTok at MyCraftyPlans for even more planner fun. Bye.